What's up, boys? Gonna review this Sefaspe MIG 250D multi-function welder. Let's see what's in the box. The welder, MIG hose and gun, gas hose, welding wire and clamp, and stick welder wire, and a manual with an extra wire wheel. So this MIG welder is a 6-in-1. It's Gas MIG, Gasless Flux Core, stick, lift TIG, spool gun, and MIG mix multi-process. It has an IGBT inverter for a power supply, makes it 80% efficient. It'll take an 11-pound spool. It's got the quick load for your wire, and then of course your tension is here. Fine graduations. You change your wheel here. Let's check what they give with it. It's a 1.0 and a 0.08. And it comes with another one, which is a 0.9 and a 0.8. Leave that right in there. On the back, it shows all the specs also. And they're showing a 60% duty cycle. Power switch is on the back. Comes with a 50 amp plug. Comes with an extra tip. What's that say? 1.0. And it even has a little wrench. Keep that inside the welder too. These are your dials. They are digital, so they spin around completely, no stop. This is your mode switch. There's your connectors for your ground. That's for your spool gun. And this picks what your probe is going to be, whether it's your MIG or your stick. Weighs 8.3 pounds with no wire in it. It shows you here how to hook it up. The connection for TIG, spool gun, MMA, stick welding, MIG gas shielded, and MIG self shielded, which I don't have the flux core. Make sure that little O-ring's there because that's where your argon or argon mix is going to go. Looks like the MIG hose to the tip is about 8.5 feet. Ground wire, stick welder clamp look like a little over 9 feet. Put our argon CO2 hose on here. Inert gas, I should say. It does not come with a regulator. You don't need to put anything on the threads because it has a special tapered connector. This is 220 only. The smaller model is 110, 220. Power cord 7.5 feet long. Your gas hose is 10 feet long. Let's hook up our argon CO2 mix. Don't hear any leaks. Let's put our Vulcan 030 11-pound spool in here. And I'm wrong. It's got to feed off the bottom, am I right? Now there is a peg there that has to go in that hole, or one of the holes. Well, reverse thread. Don't want to let that go and make a big bird's nest. Not as bad as if it jams up and you got this too tight. And that's that. That's easy. Very easy. Let's plug her in, see what it looks like. And we'll feed this wire through. It's a nice pull off. I'll put a link for the consumables as well as a link for this welder, of course. This one is a 0.8. Let's fire it up and let it run. Turn it on, it takes a few seconds. It's a nice looking display. So it's set on MMA right now. MMA is your standard stick welder. And you can change the mode to lift TIG. Lift TIG, of course, is for TIG, and it has a lift mode. It doesn't have a start mode. Your MIG mag is for using just CO2 as shielding gas. MIG mix uses a mixture as a shielding gas. Then your flux mode, of course, is if you're just using your flux wire, no welding gas. You got the 2T and 4T. 2T is normal function when you let off the trigger. 4T is when you hit the trigger, it goes, you hit the trigger again, it stops. And the fan comes on as needed. So if you turn it on, the fan don't come on, don't worry. You can change your arc length and your inductance when you push that left knob in right there. And you can change from -20 to +20%. So let's go and do it to MIG mix, even though we're not going to turn it on right now. The right button doesn't do anything. Huh. Doesn't give you amperage, just voltage and your wire speed. Let's run this wire out. I must have the wrong thing on there. Oh yeah, it's way too big. That's for big wire. 0.030 inches is how many millimeters?
0.03 inches is 0.762 millimeters.
So it looks like 0.8 is the closest. So 8 has to go in. Line it up to the key. I should have checked that. I'm not fluent in metric. Tip works. It's not oversized either. Well, what size was that? Oh yeah, that was a 0.8, so it matches. Got a handy wrench here. Looks like a standard Miller tip probably. Do that. Do that. And we're ready to weld. Let's try to weld something. Prep this here and run a bead and see what it looks like before we try to weld anything together, huh? Turn our gas on. Add the flow set. I think I was 45 to 50 SCFM last time. We'll see how it welds if we have to adjust it. I don't know how to do it without just adjusting the amperage, so 20 volts at 10 meters per minute. We'll try that. Ground's not too bad. Here goes nothing. Oh. Well, I didn't go too straight, but it did weld pretty darn good. Cleaner the better. Huh. Oh. I got it on 4T. No wonder when I let go, it keeps going. Long press it. We went on 2T. That's why I kept running. How about this? Can I get that to amps? Darn it. I want that to amps. Pretty darn good weld there. Or that bar is pretty strong. Holy mackerel. Jeez, I didn't think it was that strong. I got a big chunk. Should we weld that hunk on there somewhere? Maybe on the other side? Yeah. And since that's so much thicker, we'll favor that top and see how it comes out. Can't believe I had it on 4T. Boy, that welder, I don't even know if it kicks the fan on hardly at all. Very low. We'll tack two sides so it don't move. Jeez, that thing lays a bead, huh? Wow. I like it. Holy cow. Look at that. That's a pretty nice bead, if I don't say so myself. Alright, go ahead, pick on it. Very smooth. The wire feed motor on this is super smooth. That's what sets the cheap welders and the good welders apart. Bravo for using a really good wire feed mechanism. So let's try the stick welding function, boys. Got our stinger there. Let's switch it to MMA, not the wrestling. What do we got? 250 amps. Ooh, that's a bit much. Let's back her down. Yeah, we'll set her at 190 and try it. I'm not much of a stick welder anymore. Used to be. I'm not going to clean the metal either, because with a stick welder, you don't really have to as much. Wow, very good. Holy mackerel. 190's a bit high, but I had a big chunk I was trying to favor there. What do you think, Jeffro? Are you proud or not? A little bit too much penetration.
Yeah, that's what she said.
So let's back her down to, I don't know, say 140. Ooh, I like that. How'd I do, Jeffro? Has a few seconds shutdown. Ready. Must have decent capacitors or something in that power supply. See? As it runs out. And then it's off. I like it. I think it welds pretty awesome. And it doesn't even break the bank. But wait, you can apply that 30% coupon and get it for 212 bucks. Heck yeah. So I'm going to give my old welder to my dad, and that's going to be my new welder. The amperage, they claim a 250 amp, but it says 180 on the back. And if you guys like it, look in the description down below. I'll have all the details down there. Think it did a good job. Thanks for watching, guys. That's right.
Hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Hit that bell if you want new notifications on new videos. Links for products used are in the description and on MotoCheez.com. Thanks for watching.